the challenges we were facing when we were growing up. Unaona sasa, kwanza sisi we have a very very interesting situation when growing up Ni tunakuanga na mambo ambayo yanafurahisha sana ama yanasisimua sana wakati tunakuwa So the hardship we passes through while growing up. Na Mkolino, sasa najua uko na story msafi sana ambayo bora
tuendelee
vibaya. Hii ujabidhia.
Wakija kanyamwa. Eheri to mtoto. What are we futuring?
Akora wao.
Jirako no. Nikiwadi kwera.
We are trying to make things perfect.
We are perfecting, guys.
Akira kuma. So it will come. Kuma. Najirashia.
Let's talk then.
Ila no try na metie thimu.
Everything will come.
Diwe.
Can you get it?
Nego goda kumanya atiriri. Uri mukuri niki.
Wewe kama
uthia ndo wa TV gwika atia.
You know and I know now, keep quiet. And I know guys you will agree with me. There is no way someone will have a channel and that person invites you to his channel. You know, when he invited you, he never give you a topic. So because you are invited and you are not, of course you are told you will be going live, but you are not told the topic. Neither were you even told you will be eating. So this guy now calls me. Yeah, he told me we'll be live now, and it's true that we are live. Lakini swali ni je, topic ni gani? Kwa sababu wewe ni mwenye channel basi mwanangu.
Kwa hiyo umeamua kuyamwaga.
Topic. Mimi niko tayari kuchangia topic yoyote ile.
Umeamua kuyamwaga. Alafu kwa nini ukunywa maji yangu na kila mtu alikuwa ya maji yake?
So you mean this is my water? This is not my water. Okay.
Hashie, what? Are you
have drawn demons or what are those? We are fine. Roswinter, we are fine.
Roswinter.
Nah.
I like when I see girls.
You have, I know that your appetite for women cannot be.
Where do you come from, Roswinter? Hey, Roswinter.
Gwener, Harensieva. Are you also a British?
Have you subscribed to this channel? Roswinter.
Okay, now we want to continue with our yesterday's topic. And those people who know Kenya, and those people, and we will not do this story again. Those people who know Kenya, those Kenyans,
please do subscribe to this channel. I beg.
Okay, now there is a story that has been trending in our country, and when you even feel like you don't want to talk about it, something forces you to talk about it. The story is about a guy who calls himself, he is a pastor. I know, is he a pastor or a bishop?
He is a bishop.
Yeah.
He's a bigger pastor.
He said he is a bishop. And you know, a bishop is in a higher position than a pastor. Now, and he said he has powers. Is it powers?
So, what he did, he smeared oil on that lady's booms. Do you do that in your place?
It's not booms. Actually, everywhere in the body.
Even in that part. So, let's leave those. This is now what I want to tell you, to talk about today. The experiences we are experiencing in church. So the first time I went to church, I was a little boy, not a little boy. I was a young man, and I was newly circumcised.
You were?
newly circumcised.
What? No. What? You are what?
I was newly circumcised.
You are not circumcised.
Newly
Oh,
circumcised.
ulikuwa umetahili basi.
And
Ukaenda kwa kanisa.
the thing made me worry is that there was a pastor. We were in that we call a youth camper, and we were sleeping there every day for 2 weeks. But
You were there for 2 weeks.
I tried. The most interesting part is that I was sleeping on a kokoto. The church was not well built, so it was not finished. So we were sleeping at the jukua. You are finding somewhere to sleep where is comfortable. So where I saw myself comfortable was at the altar, and the altar was not well finished. So
the finishing was not yet done.
Yes, so there was those protruding cocotos.
But stones.
No, ballast. You know those ballast when you build a house and you put that hardcore, not hardcore, that slab. Before you put the needle, there is some small ballast. They are called ballast. In fact, you are sleeping on them with no mattress. So you are putting something down, then you sleep on it. So we experienced a very hard time there that time. So what I wanted to talk about is the pastor who was there by that time. The pastor made us feel like we are murderers.
Right.
Because there was somebody else who was speaking in tongues, was speaking in tongues. Then the person woke up. He started speaking in tongues. And fortunately, there was somebody else who was the pastor who translated whatever the woman was saying. Now that was the worstest pastor. The lady started saying, there is somebody who has done so bad here. There is somebody who has wronged God. There is somebody, and he is in here. And you know very well that you are not very clean. You must have already done something bad.
Like, obviously, doing wrong is for everybody.
So the lady was saying that, and you know very well that.
I think the lady wanted everybody to run away. You guys, all of you, because now, nobody. Let me tell you today, nobody in church who has never wronged God, including that woman. Now, so, she wanted you, all of you, to run away.
There is somebody. No, the one who is talking is not the one who is saying those things. The one who is saying is speaking in tongues. The pastor was translating now what the lady was saying. There is somebody who has done so long here to God. Whoa! And I remember that time, because I was newly circumcised, I was very eager to meet girls. I wanted girls to have something, so I...
No, can you take that? We want you to be very slow, because we have time. We have time here. Word by word.
I had already met one.
Again.
And eaten it.
How now? How do we eat a girl?
Stop bullshit. I had done it.
Okay, you continue doing.
So I felt like I was the one who was being addressed. Let me tell you, my knees
started shaking.
We were shaking, and I was not the only one, because I know. Okay, the fact is, nobody was clean. So when he says there is somebody who has wronged God a lot, you feel it is you. So everybody was feeling
the same.
So I saw even my colleague
shaking.
She said, now that person, we should kneel down and pray. We should kneel down and pray for this person to admit. Oi! Now I knelt down. Even we were not even looking up. We had the fear that we were in. Pray, Mungu usiniaibishe. Don't. Because I was hearing my next colleague, the next person. I heard him say, God, don't, Mungu usiniaibishe na hapa, God, please don't shame me. I repent. And I realized, so I'm not the one. It is this guy. He's saying that. Mungu usiniaibishe, Mungu naomba usiniaibishe. But I was praying with, what do you call it, inward. But the guy was shouting, so I realized. So it's not me. But fortunately, the pastor continued, and the person came out.
Who was the person now?
I think the person even had not done wrong. It is just that he felt that it is like just like
aliona dhambi zake.
The person came out. I don't know. Sometimes I wonder. I see it as if I view that thing as a scripted thing, because the person came out staggering like a drunkard and dropped there.
Like Kamunia.
He dropped, and then they started praying for him. Hey, smearing oil. They were spraying at him oil. Hey, praying for him. Pray for him. Hey, the person now started talking. He had demons, just like the way they always do in church. Demons started talking, and I realized whatever he had done,
it's not something.
It's not that bigger than mine.
Okay. you know.
So it is his fear that deceived him. So in church we experiences such things. That is my first experience that made me worry too much in church. Yes.
You know, I will say this. Those people.
Why don't you give a recent story?
I don't have a story. I don't have a story that you know, in church. I'm a very faithful follower of our church, and anyway, I can recall a time in church na kulikuwa huko kwetu Bisafu, and now the time came for those people who speak in tongues and interpret those tongues, and I remember it was in Kesha. Na hiyo during that day, it's like it was not a lucky day to me and to my friend, because one thing that happened, and that thing really ignited a sign that would not be a lucky day to us. The power, do we say the power got lost or something? But the power got lost, and we were talking with my friend. Now ile wakati rafiki yangu alinizungumzia, stima ilikatika wakati rafiki yangu ananizungumzia, na kwa sababu kulikuwa kesha na kanisa za huko Lisafa zikuwangi kubwa sana, kwa hivyo hazina capacity ya kuhost watu wengi. So wakati kuna watu wengi wanakuja kwa hizo kanisa, huwa tunaweka tent nje. So tukaweka tent nje, na wakati tuliweka tent nje, stima ikapotea kitu saa 4. Lakini hiyo nayo shetani alikuwa ametutime vizuri, alikuwa amefanya timing vizuri, kwa sababu we had a conversation with my friend hapo nyuma ya tent na wengine walikuwa ndani ya tent. Stima ikapotea sure, na yeye jamaa alikuwa anasema, kwani huku hamjapika? Bwana, kwani huku hatukuli? Now everybody had what my friend was saying.
In a very clear manner.
In a very clear manner and in a very clear tone. And because they had known, walijua sauti yake, unajua kuna vile mtu akiongea unajuanga huyo ni mtu fulani, huyo ni mtu fulani. So I had to run away, so because I never wanted the people to know that I was with that guy. I had to run away. I ran away, and the guy was alone.
So
now listen. After a while, the power came back, and the Kesha had to continue. Now another challenge was there in Lisafu, Nyandarua. Do you know in Nyandarua, when it rains, the environment is not conducive. So wakati tulifika pale, lazima kitu ya kwanza tungetoa viatu, kwa sababu huko ungeimba na viatu, ungerukaruka na viatu, matope ingeingia kwa viatu. So ilikuwa unatoa viatu unaziweka kando, na rauni yako unaikuja vizuri, kwa sababu mkirukaruka mnaikia ndani. Tuliingia ndani karibu tufike kwa magoti. So asubuhi ungetuangalia bwana, ungeona sisi tulikuwa ni kama tulikuwa tunaenda kutengeneza nyumba yenye unakuanga na matope huku kwa miguu,
umeenda kuboma.
Ni kama tulikuwa tunaenda kunini kutengeneza kanyumba na matope. So it was not a good day. Now huko ndani sasa kwa kanisa, na unajua hiyo wakati ama hiyo kitu huwa inafanyika masaa ya saa 8 saa 9 hivi. Kwa hivyo hata kama wewe unaweza taka kutoroka huwezi. Huyo na sana sana wanakuanga wanawake. She started talking in tongues. Now
Sasa hapa ndio mambo ina kuona.
Now let me take a sip because the story is not in.
Kwenye mpaka makofi muna yango.
And so
wacha kupaka mafuta.
Sasa huyo mama ikafika wakati unajua tunawapanga maombi ya saa 9 usiku. Kwa hivyo ilikuwa kitu saa 8. Tukaimba vizuri kabla hatujaomba, tunakuranga wimbo vizuri. Tukakula wimbo vizuri, tunakuruka tunatoferera ndani, tunashindwa kutoka, rafiki yako anakuinua pande mwingine na mwingine, unaendelea kuruka, unasonga hapo mbele, unarukia hapo. Ilikuwa ni kama kucheza ndani ya matope. And we were really interesting. By the way, ile wakati ilifika ya to speak in tongue, the lady started by saying that we are dancing like we are in club. We are dancing like we are kwa club, kwa any event, any murder event, or I don't know what to say. That was her first point. And now you know,
hakuanza na yeye avutwe kwanza atoke kwa matope.
Huyo alikuwa na dance vizuri. Sisi tunajua ulikuwa unajitupa vizuri kujiachilia. Hiyo starehe bwana haipatikani.
Unajua labda akianza nivuteni kwanza.
Now the lady started by saying those words. And our faces were now like this when we were dancing. But when you see that woman talking, my friend, hata kama ilikuwa uimbishe wimbo, uone tu bora ameongea, sisi wote huwa tunachanganyikiwa. So tulichanganyikiwa. Na tukajua maneno yenye itafuata hapa haitakuwa maneno mzuri. Haitakuwa maneno mzuri. So that was our first point. Asa
nikimuraira gukuta mwekirafu
leure kese nore yuma kese yako osithia ngai no kuringana na ure muraina the mwekirafu. That is what he said. And now you know, where you are singing and hear someone, your spirit was high like this, but you fell down once. You didn't fall down once. Everybody fell down once. Na remember, ilikuwa kesha ya youth peke yake. Kwa hivyo huko hakukuwa na wazazi, lakini iko kanisa kukosaji pastor mmoja wawili na mama wawili hivi wakutuangalia kidogo ili sheria na msiruke sheria na machati
na mitaratara.
So now she started talking. And now she said that now tunaimba vibaya, tunadance ni kama club. Do you remember my friend who I told you shouted and said that hakuna chakula huko, akaitwa. Unajua huko usifikirie nikisema kuitwa unaambiwa njoo hapa wewe njoo hapa
unabeba hobera.
Kuitwa ni unazungushwa mara kama 8 hivi chini unavurutanishwa juu, halafu sasa unapelekwa pahali penye unaonekana vizuri na wengine
na unavurutwa na nini na watu hapa na roho
bana. I don't know bana, ni a certain force, let's say a certain force. Hata kama ni wewe mtu bwana anakuanga na nguvu nyingine yenye inakuvuta na inakuzungusha mara kama 8. Na unajua sasa ukivurutwa na ukizungushwa mara kama 8, obviously kichwa haikuangi nomo. Unakumbuka unalewa. Unakumbuka venye tulikuwa tunazunguka hivi hata unashindwa kusimama. So that is now the experience yenye inakuanga hapo. So huyo jamaa akazungusha hiyo mara 8. na akafika pale, nao ni kama anaanguka hivi, anastaga ni kama amelewa, lakini ni hiyo kuzungushwa inafanyanga, si eti anakuanga mtu anakuanga amelewa.
Nadhani amepiga chrome.
Hakuwa amelewa. Hakuwa amelewa. Now,
sasa mimi niulize. Yani saying that food is not there is a very big mistake.
no, I have a story to tell.
You know,
that was not a mistake. But I think now, although that is now my personal opinion, according to how he was heard by people asking that question, it's like everybody took him like a criminal, like he committed a crime. Now, jamaa wangu akachukuliwa, na hakuwa mwanafunzi, alikuwa mtu anafanya kazi
mzee
kuhaso, ni kijana tu lakini ana haso, mwanaume ana haso tu, anapiga shughuli yake. Nao akaulizwa story ya mrembo fulani.
Sasa wameachana na maneno ya chakula.
Hata hakuna mtu alizungumzia maneno ya chakula. Lakini this guy from the word go he was a victim. Na akaanza kuulizwa, unajua wewe uko na relationship
kwa kanisa
na msichana fulani? Nani nduriri? Si msichana wa kanisa. Ni nduriri. Wigite ndo na nduriri. Now, you know, there are some things that can happen.
What he means is that when you go to the church, you should marry a person who is a member of the same church.
Yeah,
you should not marry somebody from another church member. What they allow, they are member to member marriages.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now, he was asked that question, and now he was given some certain information, detailed information, how they do, where they meet, 1, 2, 3. And now, he was told he will ruin other young men in church. Mostly his friends. And I'm one of his
friends.
And now,
not married.
Yeah, I was a young boy by then. And now, you know, he was told to call his friends. But you know what I did? When he was told to call his friends, I ran away, holding my backyard like this. And I didn't run at high speed to the toilet.
So you wanted them to think that you are going to toilet?
Yeah, so I wanted them to think that I was going to toilet. But I was not going to.
You are running away.
I was running away because hapo nayo tungeaibishwa na huyo jamaa, na mimi sio mtu wa kuaibishwa hivi kidogo. Now that is one of the experience.
Now I have another experience, and this experience I experienced it a very long time ago, and this is when I went to church. And the church began very well. Somebody began with prayers, and after that you are very quiet. This is now what happened. The leader of the congregation to that day woke up and started addressing the people, the congregation. That is when there was a certain madman in the village who we heard him talking outside very loudly, even louder than the person. You know, that time there were no instrument in church. So he was not using those mics and whatever. So the madman was very clear to us more than to the person who was addressing. And he started
and also those mad people have higher voices.
Yes.
I don't know where they take I don't know where their voices come from.
So this mad person,
because when a mad person is talking, he makes sure that there is nobody talking. And if there is anybody talking, his voice
is louder than him, than the other person.
Yes.
So when the person was addressing people, there was a very certain person, a man by the name I will not mention, but very, very popular and very rich in that church. That man was an icon. We can say an icon to the people, to the community. He was very respected and known, and he was attending the same church. So he was in church. So the madman was shouting while outside. He knew very well that that person, that rich man, and the person is in that
Just
church.
remember.
So he started. You know, when the person who was addressing the congregation was talking, then heard him shouting, definitely he stopped talking and tried to what is to and signing the younger. He started addressing, signing to the younger men, the young gentlemen to go and try and stop him. So he was doing a, but before now, you see now your phone now.
Just take it.
Before now, even those guys realized what he wanted them to do. The madman had already started talking and very loud. He said, "Hey, I wish I was supposed to mention the name of the guy, of the man. But
You can use my name.
No, let's use it. No, the man.
You don't.
Let's say it's your name now, Fiber.
Yeah.
You people from this church, you pretend to be holier than thou, yet you are devil incarnate. Yet you are devil incarnate. Why can't you tell? Now you, why can't you tell Fiber to come out of that church? He has been going with every wife of that church, and you still maintain him. Hey."
I will.
What do you do? That wanted to kill me, my friend. He has been sleeping everybody's wife in that church, and you don't see. Don't you see? You know, he started at. He saw it not enough. He entered into the church. Now, because he's a madman, and the person who was there in front is not a well-bodied man, so he decided to move.
Run away.
Not run. He moved. He didn't run because there were people inside, so he moved a little bit. So what happened is the madman now was there in front of the church.
Hey, you gave that person a chance to do that.
We did give him a chance.
You threw him.
You know, this madman was very strong and muscular because
Don't tell me
definitely
he's
this man eats a lot than any other person. He goes to every house every time, being given food. To the other house, being given food. So
and it's free food, and this person does not work. So
you can imagine how he is well bodied. So the man was very strong, though mad, very muscular. So there was nobody who could face him.
Who dared?
So we just
to touch him.
We just relaxed in church to listen to him.
Now you relaxed in church to listen to a mad person.
So what should we do?
You beat him.
You cannot beat him because you believe you are holy.
No,
and you cannot beat a person
if it was in our church
who is not well
I would be
capacitated.
I know a mad man should be beaten.
Who said so?
There would be a chance that when you beat a mad person, that person will come back to us. He will be known.
He embarrassed us. What he did wrong now is when as he continued throwing words here and there, saying this man, addressing everybody. Everybody he knew he addressed. You, Papa Nani, you used to come into, you used to steal our cows, Zara. Or Napier grass. And now you pretend to be holy and you are coming to church. Shame on you. Yeah. But to me, I saw that guy being used by Holy Spirit.
Yeah, you know, to some extent,
was
those
talking
people
the
are
truth.
used by Holy Spirit.
He was talking the truth.
And you might think they don't know what they are saying, but they know. That is why they say, when you see a mad person, try to listen to what he says. When you see a young boy, when you see an older person, try to listen to that person. Some mad people talk the truth. You can see that person like a mad person, but they are used to.
Now I was very happy when I saw him. I saw him telling the pastor, you just stay here in church every day, waiting for people on Sunday to come and bring money for you. Saying that they should bring sadaka and whatever, and you just wait for, you don't work. Pastor, you don't work. Even today, I'm the one going home with this money. Now he touched it. That's now where
He touched it
fire.
uh,
You go with the Sadaka.
in the church.
The pastor, and he knew that he don't work. He stays in church waiting for people to bring Sadaka. And now the mad person wants to go away with the Sadaka. Sorry. Pastor plus the mad person. Makushoto kulia kushoto. Now what was very interesting is that the pastor was now very strong because of the money. He overpowered the man.
You don't know where the strength of money comes from.
Now that was not the Holy Spirit. Now he tried and hold the madman and started ushering people.
Come and help.
Come and help. But what happened is the madman overpowered all of them
And he threw them away.
and took the basket of money.
Aye.
He ran away with everybody. And that's how we ended the church that day. We never came back. Till that day, I've never attended any other church because I saw churches is for drama, and that's why I stays with him because he's a good church member, and will always be updating me on whatever is happening,
In church.
not in church, in spiritual matters. Yes, that is the last experience I have ever experienced in church.
Okay, now it's good. Thank you so much. I knew it this session. You know, I don't give my personal experiences to media.
So you mean that the other one you lied to us?
No, you know that it was about someone else.
So Mukolino, you have been
You
here
know,
lying
you know
to
when
us.
it comes to me, you are entering into a private zone, and that's not good. Yeah.
Okay, end the live.
Now, thank you guys. We have seen that you are watching us, and the number of viewers are increasing, and the number of subscribers are increasing. We are very grateful for you. We'll be having those live sessions. We'll be having them regularly, actually twice in a day, and we hope and expect that you will be following us. Can you kindly subscribe so that when we'll be going live, we'll be getting that notification.
Next time we are going to give us stories of how Mukolino, I have never given you this story. One day, when I was barely finishing Form 4, we were traveling, and the car we were using got a puncture while on the way. But we were in a very bad situation. The place we were, there was not even a center close. So we had to foot to nearby places to see if we could have tunaweza pata usaidizi mahali popo. And we realized that we were in the middle of the jungle. What he did is just getting back to the car and trying to survive until we find another car, because that road was very rare to find people passing through. And we did that because we wanted a shortcut. It was a good shortcut, by the way. We were heading to what do we call this, Samburu. You know that those places that we have those guys who always ketorust. The keto.
Yeah, thrusting. They are terrorists of
Yeah,
cows
yes, so
and goats.
passing through those ways. We were in those areas. So unfortunately, we were not prepared that we will have no food, we will have no water, we will have no fuel. So we had nothing, and we had to survive by hunting, and not hunting wild animals. There were animals there, and these animals were sheep and goats and cows, which we didn't know the owners. Who were they? Because we were trying to find those guys to tell them, where do you live? Can we find help? we saw nobody, but we saw chaos and shit. There are so many there. And I realized that the reason why people got lost there, because if you can just live those lives, but I think they have something that protect those things. I think they are witches.
No, they have a formula of how they hunt.
So we try to survive there, and most interesting thing is that we had to eat a single goat per day.
Mm-hmm.
We slaughtered a goat.
How many were you?
We were almost 6 of us. We were
And
so
how
many.
now do you eat one goat?
6
Daily?
because you are surviving with nothing. We don't have water, so even if you feel thirsty,
You drink
you
blood.
drink blood of that shit. So we were not slaughtering because we want to eat it.
Now, is
Fully.
there a difference between you and a crocodile?
Well,
Why would you drink blood?
hey, you have never been in that kind of a situation to so where you lack water, food, and whatever. It's just oxygen. God has just provided you oxygen free. So the other things you hustle for yourself. You don't have a good, and you know you are hurting with what?
Mm-hmm.
You know this of we ignored it because now the guy is useless to us. So we ignored this and tukaitumia kuhunt hizo kugonga kuchinja hizo because we had not been prepared to nini to chinja.
To slaughter.
So we used those, we removed that gear handle, we knocked it somehow with rocks. Now it was flat and could slaughter now. So we slaughtered with it, and we slaughtered barely 1 goat per day. And we are not slaughtering it because we eat it fully. We were slaughtering it so that we can even have blood to drink as water. So as you can see me. I have been drink. I once drank blood a cup a day.
Now, how was the experience? How does the blood taste?
So you have to be in that kind of a situation to know how it tastes. I cannot illustrate. How can you tell?
Then how does blood taste?
Now how do I illustrate?
Is it sugary? Does it have salt or
It is
it
not
does
sugar.
not have any?
It is salty. The blood is salty, but not human being blood. It is sheep, goat blood. So there was this situation whereby when you eat, you drink blood, your stomach bloat.
Mm.
So I will jump to the end of the story and tell you how you went back to the town. When there was a certain person who came with a jeep, and we dandied and went up. When we were coming out of that car, our stomachs, we were like pregnant women. In fact, the mokonyos were protruding. So this story will be there the other time. I will tell you the whole story.
And also, next time you have relationship stories. They are very sweet. Relationship. How we used to go to relationship. How you found your first girlfriend. How was the experience? What challenges you faced? Sisi ni watu wa ushago. Na unajua huko kijana na msichana hawakuwa wanatakikana wapate kwa relationship. So kuna vile wazazi wao wangeact na wao wenyewe kuna venye wangeact na zile approach ama zile method zenye tungetumia sisi kutafuta wapenzi wetu.
Sio kama za sahi.
Sahi unajua ni sahi ni simu tu. Bora umpate Facebook kama kwenda na baba.
Uko na miaka ngapi?
I'm very old. I want to celebrate
Kwa nini unataka kuonyesha watu wewe ni mzee sana?
Very soon. Mimi ni mzee. Tuko na miaka kadhaa. Hatuwezi kosa my experiences kwa relationship. Hiyo ndio tutaongea. Alafu hiyo nyingine nayo tutaongea experience when we were in school. There are some funny experiences there. There are some funny experiences. And they are many. We have interesting and very sweet stories.
Like that of carrying lunch, which is ugali and sukuma wiki, being put in one tin. Then when you go to eat it during that time, it is a ball, which is correct.
Because you have been running with it. Now, you know, when you are running with that wali and it has been mixed with skuma,
Yani ugali,
and it has soup,
ugali
and you are running with it, it jumps in there, and
it rolls
in the dish and becomes a bottle whereby you have something green there up. And now you have to construct a method of how you will eat, because you know you cannot eat that thing dry fry. So you have to construct a method of how you will eat a piece of kasukuma kidogo, kwa sababu sukuma hauwezi uma ile upande iko na sukuma yote. Ulikuwa unaisika hivi vizuri, unauma hivi kakugali na kasukuma kidogo. Ugali kasukuma kidogo hapo mpaka inaisha.
Ukura toa hivi.
Anaweka mpira ama kimayai, lakini
ni white na side moja ni green.
Green.
Hii green ni sukuma. Na kama mlibahatika kwa hiyo kuna nyama.
Nyama hai. Sisi nyinyi mlikuwa matajiri, kwetu nyama haingeenda shule. Hatuwezi bakisha nyama ya kwenda shule, tulikuwa tunachagua nyama.
Na nilisema nyama ilikuwa lazima
tunaenda sukuma.
Imetolewa butchery.
Tunaenda na
our parents used to hunt.
You know, you are very lucky. Us, kwetu tulikuwa wengi kidogo. Kwa hivyo hata kama tungechinja it would be ceremonial. Na hakuna chakula ilikuwa inabaki. Ati ubebe uende shule.
Ugenyite irugiti ni maneo bakuri. Ndio shukuru.
Tena ungepeleka vita shule. Kwa sababu wanafunzi wengi hawabebangi nyama na wewe uko nayo. Hawezi kula hiyo nyama. Na sana sana si vijana mkuu na nyama na hakuna chenye ungefanya.
Ama unakuta walikuwekea mawe kotini.
Ama wanabadilisha ugali yako na ingine. Mimi in fact nakumbukanga tulipika kwetu nyumbani mchele na minji. Na stew hivi ilikuwa imeguzishwa tu nyama. Siwezi sema ilikuwa na nyama. Ilipitishwa tu nyama. Nikaibeba hiyo siku. Na unajua asubuhi kuna watu Mungu amewabariki na mapua mazuri, anaweza piga harufu hivi na ajue hicho ni chakula gani. So mmoja alikuwa amebeba ugali na cabbage. Na ilikuwa imesikana kulingana na venye huyo anasema.
So this story utaipeana next time. Okay, thank you very much for listening to us. Kesho pia ni siku ama masaa mengine pia ni siku, tupatane the following day. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for watching us. Thank you for subscribing. Kwa wale ambao wamesubscribe.
Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah.